Welcome to ComputerKeyes tutorials. In this video, I will demonstrate how to map a report in KeyesOverlay. Unlike documents, reports have free-flowing information that can appear anywhere on the page. It doesn't matter how long your report is, KeyesOverlay can take any size spooled file, even if it is thousands of pages long, and all you have to do is show it how to format the first page. This will create a dynamic overlay that will format your text on all the pages. The system will create a PDF of your report and automatically fill it with bookmarks for ease of navigation and information lookup. The PDF will have a file size of about 1 kilobyte per page, making it small enough to email. No other product on the market is capable of creating dynamic overlays for reports. With KeyesOverlay automation, you can say goodbye to the days of having to print out and pour through hundreds of pages of unformatted text to find that one piece of information you are looking for. I've opened up a sample report spooled file. To begin, I am changing the process mode from full page to line logic. I can now use the Field Logic tab to begin teaching the program how to identify the important lines in the report. Each logic statement I add here will denote a distinct type of line so that I can change its attributes. I'll start with the title of the report. I have to ask myself, what makes the title lines unique from any other line in the report? Well, for one, other than blank lines, title lines will be the only lines that are blank for this portion of the line, so I'll add that statement under logic number 1. All the lines that turned white have been selected for formatting. To get it to distinguish between blank lines and the 3 lines of the report title, I can add a second logic statement to logic number 1. Of the selected lines, title lines will be the only lines with text between here and here. So I'll make the logic statement say and, not equal, to blank. Now that only the title lines are selected, I can go over to the Fields tab and tell it to paint any line with logic number 1 into the report. I can then click Display All and alter the font to Arial and make it bold so that it stands out better. I'll change the horizontal scaling as well to stretch it out a little bit, and move it over to the right by right-clicking where I want it and then selecting Move Horizontal. I'd like to make a note here that anything not selected by a logic number can be altered under logic number 0 in case you ever have the need to change the default text. Now back to the Field Logic tab. The next type of field I want to distinguish is region headings. I want to select any line where the word region appears here in the line. I'll make this logic number 2. I'll now go back to the Fields tab and paint logic number 2 to the overlay, being sure to select past the end of the specific region in case there are regions with longer names. Now I'll alter these lines to be more prominent. I'll make it Arial, gray in color, size 24 font, change the horizontal scaling slightly to stretch it out a little bit. Then I'll go down and I'm going to move it to the right slightly by putting the cursor where I want it, right-clicking and saying Move Horizontal. I'm also going to add a bookmark level of 1, which will automatically create bookmarks for each region, making navigation easy. Next, in the Field Logic tab, I'll distinguish any line that says Store right here as logic number 3. Paint the whole line back under the Field tab, selecting logic number 3, and then just make it italicized and add a bookmark level of 2, which will let us jump to any store directly in the PDF. Next, I want to add a logic statement that will select any time there's a negative total in a detail line so that I can change its color to red. I do not, however, want it to select a negative figure in the total sales line if there ever so happens to be one, so I need to add another 2-part statement. First, to distinguish between a detail line and a total sales line, I'll tell it to find any line that is not equal to blank for this portion of the line, and set it to logic number 4. That grabs all the detail lines. So now, to make it only find the ones with negative total, I need to add a second part to the logic statement number 4, saying and to select only when equal to negative. Under fields, I only want the negative figure to be read, so I'll add this line in 2 separate parts, both under control of logic number 4. I'll concatenate to keep them on the same line, and then make the figure red. And bold. This will make it stand out better. Next, I want it to select any line that says Total Store here. Set it to logic number 5. Now I'll add the whole line under the Fields tab. controlled by logic number 5. I'll make it typewriter font, make its color blue, and make it bold. For the last logic statement, I wanted to select all the total sales and total overhead lines. Since the logic statements are drawn in sequential order, I can select just the word total to grab both of these lines, and it won't grab the total store lines because they were already selected by logic number 5. I'll add lines under the Fields tab, controlled by logic number 6. I'll make them typewriter, gray in color, and bold. Now to fancy up the report a little more, I'll add a box around the whole thing under the Drawings tab. Just draw it on, click Export. I'll set a line width of 2, and give it a corner radius of 5 so that it will have rounded edges. I'll draw a line here. And I'll put a filled box around the region heading. Put the line width back to 1. Change the fill color to light blue. Now I'll need to add a company logo. So go under the Images tab, click Open, import it. It puts it in at full size, so I need to adjust the scaling down to about 22% will work. And I put the cursor where I want the top left corner to be, right click, and select Move Object. And there you go. Every page of the report will now be formatted to match this first page. Here's what the PDF looks like. And you can see it has bookmarks. You can jump to any region or store by clicking them, making navigation really easy. You can find anything you want in your report, putting all of your information right at your fingertips. Thank you for watching. You can visit us at ComputerKeyes.com.